So the next two books for March Madness is Ian's Walk and We're All Wonders. So I'm going to read both of these to you. I know that we have read both of them. One of them we read the last week before we went on to spring break, and We Are All Wonders we read at the beginning of the year. So it's been a while. So I'll read them both to you, and then in the comment box, all you have to do is comment on which one you want to go forward as your vote for an Elite 8. So we're going to start with Ian's Walk. It's a perfect day to go to the park and feed the ducks with my big sister Tara. Except my brother wants to come along too. Ian, why don't you stay here? I say. Ian doesn't answer me though, because he has autism. But he wraps his fingers hard against the screen and begins to whine. Oh, all right, Ian, I say. Can he come, I ask Mum. Says Mum. You'll need to watch him closely the whole time. Are you sure you want to do that? It's okay with me, I answer, and Tara nods. You hold his hand though, Julie, she tells me. Ian's brain doesn't work like other people's. Ian sees things differently. When we pass Nan's diner, Ian steps inside to watch the ceiling fan move in slow circles. He doesn't look at the waitresses hurrying by with all kinds of sandwiches and ice cream. Let's get a soda, I say, but Ian keeps his eyes on the fan until I pull him out the door. Ian hears things differently. When the fire truck rushes by with its sirens wailings and horns blaring, Ian hardly seems to notice, but he tilts his head sideways and seems to be listening to something I can't hear. Hurry up, I say, tugging his arm. Ian smells things differently. At Mrs. Porter's flower stand, I hold a bouquet of sweet-smelling lilacs to Ian's face. Ian wrinkles his nose and turns away. But when we go by the post office, Ian puts his nose against the warm, gritty brick and sniffs the wall. Stop that, I say. You look silly. And I yank him away before anyone notices. Ian feels things differently. At the pond, I pick up a soft feather and tickle Ian's under the chin. He shrieks and pushes me away. But while Tara and I toss cereal to the ducks, Ian lies on the ground with his cheeks pressed up against a hard stone. Get up, Ian, I say, taking his hand. Someone might step on you. Ian tastes things differently. When we go past the food booth, Ian won't even look at the pizza, the hot dogs, or the soft pretzels. But he reaches into my pocket for the bag of leftover cereal. Tara and I don't want to eat cereal for lunch, I tell him. Come with us while we buy some pizza. But Ian won't budge. He munches on the Power Pops one by one. Sometimes Ian makes me so angry. I'll get the pizza, says Tara. You stay here with Ian, Julie. I sit down on the bench to wait. Sit beside me, Ian, I say, but Ian flops his hands and pays no attention. At last, Tara comes back, carrying 2 slices of gooey pizza. Where's Ian, she asks. I look at the spot where Ian was standing, but Ian's gone. My stomach does a flip-flop for a moment, and I can't move. Tara runs up to the lady. Have you seen a little boy in a blue shirt, she cries. The lady shakes her head. Perhaps he's watching the baseball game across the park, she suggests, but Ian doesn't like baseball. A man walks by with a little girl on his shoulders. Have you seen a boy who looks lost, I say with a lump in my throat. No, says the man, but we're on our way to hear the storyteller. Maybe he's listening to the stories, but Ian doesn't like the stories. Tara rushes off to look for Ian. I squeeze my eyes shut and try to think like Ian. Ian likes balloon stands where the big machine hisses and stretches balloons into colorful bobbing shapes. He likes the water fountain where he can put his face up close and watch the stream of water gush past his eyes. Suddenly, the old bell in the center of the park begins to ring. Bong, bong, bong. And then I remember, Ian loves the bell best of all. I run full speed towards the bell, and there's Ian. He's lying under the bell, making a big gong move back and forth. I hug him tightly, even though he doesn't care for hugs. I see Tara near the swings and call to her. She rushes over, out of breath, and puts her arms around us. We'll walk home the way you like, I tell Ian. We can stop at the pond and let Ian play with the stones. He lines them up in a straight row along the edge of the walkway. I stand in front of him so nobody steps on him. We walk past Mrs. Potter's flower stand and stop at the post office. Ian sniffs all the bricks he wants, and I don't care who's watching. When Ian pauses at the corner, he seems to be listening to something I can't hear. We wait patiently, and I try to listen too. At Nan's Diner, I watch the fan until I'm dizzy. And when we finally get home, I say, "It was a good walk, Ian," and just for a flash, Ian looks at me and smiles. Alright, so that was Ian's walk. Now I'm going to read We're All Wonders, and then you'll be able to vote for which one of these you want for March Madness. I know I'm not an ordinary kid. Sure, I do ordinary things. I ride a bike. I eat ice cream. I play ball. I just don't look ordinary. I don't look like other kids. My mom says I'm unique. She says I'm a wonder. My dog Daisy agrees. But some people don't see that I'm a wonder, and they all see how different I look. Sometimes they stare at me, they point or they laugh, they even say mean things behind my back. But I can hear them. It hurts my feelings, it hurts Daisy's feelings too. When that happens, I put on my helmet. I put Daisy's helmet on too, and then we blast off, up, up, up through the clouds, across the galaxy, all the way to Pluto. We say hello to old friends. From far away, the earth looks so small I can't see any people, but I know they're there. Billions of people, people of all different colors, people who walk and talk differently, people who look differently, like me. The earth is big enough for all kinds of people. I know I can't change the way I look, but maybe, just maybe, people can change the way they see. If they do, they'll see that I'm a wonder. And they'll see that we're all wonders too. We are all wonders. Look with kindness and you'll always find a wonder. Alright, so those two books were great because they're both talking about how as individuals, we're unique and we're our own person and we see things differently. So it's going to be a hard one to pick, but leave the comment either on Seesaw or Google Classroom about which one you want to go forward for the Elite 8 in our March Madness.